You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, Belinda from Soap Dirt here, and we have got to talk about very bad things about to happen to Dex Heller, and it's on the orders of Sonny Corinthos. And unfortunately, Dex's life is about to be on the line because of his boss and his boss's son. Let's dig into how bad it gets, but first, please click subscribe so you don't miss anything. So right now, Sonny is very certain that it's an inside job, them trying to kill him, and the bullet that wound up in Curtis's back. He even momentarily wondered about Brick and asked if it was his tech guy, but it is definitely not Brick. And instead, Brick suggested it might be Dex and brought it up to Sonny. And then after Brick saw Dex flashing that platinum credit card at the Savoy, he went digging. And then he found pay dirt, quite literally offshore accounts used for him to get payments from a mysterious someone. And there was a recent deposit timed just before the attack in Puerto Rico. So when Brick said he found something, even before he said Dex's name, Sonny jumped to that same conclusion. So next week's episodes have Dex facing the music for a bad thing he actually didn't do. Of course, he's trying to also hide the bad thing that he actually did do. But hiding it could quite literally cost Dex his life. Sonny has some of his other thugs scoop up Dex on Monday. They're going to shove him in a car with the boss and take him somewhere remote for interrogation. Of course, this is not Dex's first rodeo with Sonny Corinthos thinking the worst of him. If you recall, he briefly suspected that his flunky was the hook killer, and Sonny strung him up in a meat locker at his restaurant and let a professional recommended to him by Selena Wu torture him. And of course, Jocelyn Jacks and Michael Corinthos showed up, and they demanded Sonny hand him over to them, and he did, and Sonny later admitted he went a little too far, made some bad assumptions. But Dex didn't hold it against him. Joss was very annoyed about that. Of course, that time also, Michael worried what Dex Heller might say under interrogation and whether he would rat out their secret arrangement. So this was a few months after Michael hired Dex to spy and get the goods on his dad to send him to prison, but the interrogation and torture was a few months before Dex actually got the video evidence that could have sent Sonny to prison for years. Once again, in this moment, Sonny thinks Dex is guilty of a betrayal, but he's completely off the mark about Dex being the inside man for the mystery shooter. So Dex is a little worried that something is off with Sonny after the goons shove him in with the boss. They take off driving, but he doesn't really think it's about him at first. Instead, he knows Sonny's been in a mood because things with Nina, the rocky marriage stuff, the SEC thing, and then, of course, his nephew Spencer Cassadine just died. So Dex isn't really alarmed at first, but as they drive further away from town, Dex begins to worry in scenes next week on General Hospital. He suspects they maybe got some info about the shooter, and maybe all the trusted personnel are going to go somewhere and talk about it and strategize. But then he kind of notices that he's been manhandled to some extent, which is a strange vibe. This is no doubt going to be the longest car ride of Dex's life, should his life last that much longer. So as the ride continues, then Sonny's kind of ranting about loyalty, how it's everything. And again, Dex kind of takes this to mean that Sonny's mad because he found out about the mole. And of course, Dex knows the mole's not him, at least not the kind of mole that Sonny's looking for right now. But then when Dex sees that they have taken him to the Pine Barrens where they go to do bad things and bury the bodies, he kind of realizes, oh crap, they think it's me. So Sonny suspects Dex of being the spy, feeding info to the person behind the assassination attempts. And then, Sonny outright accuses Dex of being a rat. And he tells Dex he knows about his offshore account where he's getting monthly payments. And the payments, of course, started when he started working for Sonny, and the last one came in right before the shooting. So it looks like someone is paying Dex to get close to Sonny and become a trusted member of his team while he spies and reports back to the person who's dropping cash in his offshore account. And of course, that is all 100% true. That is what Dex was doing and honestly is doing, but he's doing it for Michael, not the person behind the shootings. So Sonny demands that Dex tell him who he's working for, who's paying him, what's the end game, where does this all supposed to go? And this is really interesting because despite knowing that he might wind up 6 feet under at the end of their chat, Dex does not want to tell Sonny the truth. That's because he knows the truth is really going to hurt Sonny. It's going to blow up what's left of his personal life. His boss was just, blindsided by the Nina SEC reveal and then also Spencer's death and them almost being killed in Puerto Rico. So Dex knows the last thing Sonny needs is to find out his oldest son was conspiring to send him to prison. Dex does not want to spill the beans, so instead, he just insists that he's loyal, and he's going to ask Sonny to trust him. Take it on faith. Sonny's not going to do that, but Dex realizes, if he doesn't come clean, he could literally be killed out there in the woods. Body never to be found. But then, he has this moment of clarity about how much he cares about Sonny and decides that if he dies, the secret dies with him. And that might be the best outcome for everyone involved because he does have those self-esteem issues. He doesn't really think he's good enough for Joss. And I think he thinks sacrificing himself is okay. But we do know Dex is not going to die, but he's also not going to reveal Michael's dirty secret if he can help it. So how does this big showdown end? Well, I suspect it might go one of two ways. One, while Sonny is holding Dex, maybe there's another attack somewhere that throws the heat off him that makes them realize, oh, it can't be him because he's here, or maybe another guy in the crew with them is caught doing a shady deed, something to throw the heat off of him and give him like this 11th hour save. But otherwise, I think maybe Michael or Jocelyn figures out what's going down and they intervene. This showdown takes place Monday and Tuesday, February 12th and 13th. On Wednesday, the 14th, GH spoilers say that Sonny is enraged. So I wonder if that's when he finds out that Michael hired Dex to get evidence to send him to prison. I suspect if it comes down to it that either Jocelyn or Michael would tell Sonny the truth to save Dex's life. I think either of them would do it. I can absolutely see her doing it and throwing Michael under the bus if Dex's life was at risk. She loves him. But I think Michael, would just say, okay, my dad's not going to kill me. He's going to be mad, but he's not going to kill me. I can't let him kill Dex. I think he would come clean too. So by Friday, the spoilers say Sonny warns someone. So maybe it's him warning Dex to stay out of his sight or else he will face a bullet. Dex really enjoys working for Sonny, but it looks like the jig is up. I cannot imagine Sonny letting him keep working for him, even if he didn't betray him related to this assassination. If it's unavoidable, and if Michael or Jocelyn has to spill this secret, bottom line is Dex still betrayed Sonny by working against him, even though, they later changed their minds. This is one more betrayal for Sonny to cope with. Also on Friday, Ava is giving Jocelyn some advice, and maybe it's about dealing with Sonny and the mob because she certainly knows about that. All right, don't miss a moment next week as we see Dex willing to risk his very life to protect Sonny from hurt feelings over Michael's horrible betrayal. And hey, if you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Definitely drop your comments and come back soon. We are here talking GH 7 days a week, and as always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.